health headlines. We are talking about pink noise, which I've never heard of.
Neither have I.
We are also talking the importance of muscle strength and a bacteria that is resistant to antibiotics.
All right, a lot to talk about here. Let's bring in Dr. F. Perry Wilson, Yale Medicine physician, associate professor of medicine at Yale School of Medicine, and host of the Wellness Actually podcast. Good morning to you, doctor. It is great to meet you, and thanks for coming back to Good Morning Connecticut at 9.
Always happy to be with you guys.
So as Alyssa mentioned, both of us, we've never heard about pink noise before. She mentioned, I hope it's okay that I say this, that your baby listens to brown noise.
Yeah, Grayson, we put on brown noise at night, which I didn't even know that was a thing. It just came with the sound machine.
Exactly. So I've heard of white noise. So can you break down what is pink noise?
Yeah, they're all different colors of noise. You know, white is just basically static. Pink has higher volume at the lower frequency, so it doesn't hurt your ears quite as much. It's a little more mellow type of noise. The reason we're talking about it is because a lot of people use pink noise to help fall asleep. Brown noise too as well, but pink noise is very popular. A lot of apps online will play pink noise for you. But a new study came out that was a little concerning for those of us who like that noise machine, that showed that in adults at least, it decreased the time spent in REM sleep, which is dreaming sleep. And that's the time of sleep that can be really important for memory consolidation and creativity. The researchers who conducted the study concluded that the best way to sleep is in as quiet an environment as possible. They said if you do live in a noisy area, the best thing to do is wear earplugs.
Oh, yeah. Ideally, I like quiet, like nothing.
Yes.
You know, for the baby, we have to have the sound machine because we have to make sure we're not waking him by, you know, doing house chores and everything going around. All right, let's talk about this. Now, we know the importance of physical activity for living a longer and healthier life, but let's talk more importantly about muscle strength here.
A really interesting study of about 5,000 older women, ages 66 to 99. And what it tried to do was disentangle muscle strength, like how strong their grip strength was and how strong their legs were, versus physical activity, because those things tend to go hand in hand. The stronger you are, the more physical activity you do, and vice versa. But what they were able to find is that independent of how much physical activity these women did, those who had more muscle strength lived longer and substantially longer. We're talking about a 20% reduction in overall mortality in women who are in the top quartile of muscle strength compared to the lowest, even accounting for physical activity, which just tells us that we should probably not only be getting our steps in and doing the cardiovascular exercise, but probably some resistance training too, where we're building muscle so that we can be resilient as we age.
Absolutely. I love that you bring that up. How much resistance training are we talking here? Do you need to be a gym rat and hit the gym and do that weightlifting 5 times a week? Or are we talking just like a couple sessions is good enough?
The guidelines recommend 2 resistance training sessions a week for people above age 50. I'm not quite there yet. I'm getting pretty close. I alternate. I run one day, I go to the gym the next day, back and forth.
All right, good to know. Now, let's talk about a bacteria, newly unearthed bacteria found in an ice cave that is resistant to antibiotics. Now, when we say this, it obviously sounds scary. Should we be very concerned?
I've read this book, right? Like, this sounds terrible. Researchers in Romania were thawing out some ice in this deep underground cave, and they came across a heretofore unknown bacteria, which has the strange property of being resistant to about 10 different modern antibiotics, which is a little unusual because resistance usually evolves over time. There's kind of 2 lessons to take home from this. Number one, the researchers say not to be that scared. They actually think this is a good finding because it's going to teach them new ways that bacteria become resistant to antibiotics that they can potentially defeat in the future. So that's a bit of a positive spin. I think the other thing we have to be aware of is that, unfortunately, as these permafrost layers melt, there are things underneath there that humans haven't been exposed to for a long time. And it's something that some of our public health officials need to be aware of as we do have a warming climate.
Absolutely. That's going to be interesting to see what that means for us, for humanity. But thank you so much. A lot of great insights today, Doctor. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.